Have a nice little squeaker here. I didn't film it when I can see it already, it's a bullet. But it read pretty good on the meter. I've been digging a lot of junk though, house junk, but that's a bullet right there, isn't it? Ooh, it's smushed. Try to get in the shade so you can see it. Now, normally when you would find a bullet like this and it was misshapen, you might think it was fired and hit a tree, but this is a little bit different. I'm going to tell you what I think happened here. I think this bullet was dropped on the ground and run over by a wagon or something like that. It's just because of the way it's flattened like that. I don't think it was fired. I see no evidence of any rifling, and I found bullets that were actually on Civil War bridges that ended up in the water that had been run over. So that's what that probably is. Run over by a wagon in this field. The property owner just drove out of the lane, so that means Doggy's probably in the house. I'll let you listen to a few of these signals. I got a decent one right here. That's where I set the shovel. I got the camera out, but that's a pretty good squeak. It's probably a bullet. Or at least a bullet, I hope. Hope that's not it. That might be a butt plate. Is that a butt plate? Is it? Is it? No, it's a horseshoe. Yeah, half a horseshoe. They give off a good squeak pretty much on any machine. We'll bag it and let's find another good signal. I'll go ahead and leave the shovel there. Well, let me move the shovel and we'll listen to the hole just to make sure that was a horseshoe. Yeah, it was. So I'm just going to let you listen to some of the signals out here as we walk along. Not too much iron right here. Got the discrimination on 0. So we'll hear all the little bits of iron. And we're just listening for that nice higher squeak or mid-tone. A little bit of a squeak. We'll go back over it. That might be worth trying. It's hard to swing with one hand. If I had my shovel with me, I would probably just take a little bit of the dirt off the surface and listen to that again. But I suspect it's a nail, so we'll just leave that for now. Go a little bit further. If we don't find something soon, I'll go ahead and turn the camera off. And we'll see, that's iron. I'm not even looking at the meter, I'm just listening to it. It's much faster if you do that. And if it's a good squeak, you can look at the meter and see if it's silver or something, and then you can be more careful. And if it's something that's not silver or something. Alright, I'm going to turn the camera off. I got a decent signal here. I didn't originally show it to you because it was a little bit all over, and I'm in that trashy area again where I was digging aluminum cans, but I'm hoping this isn't an aluminum can. Alright, should be in that loose dirt. I don't think it's too much deeper than that because it's so loud. And hopefully it's not a horseshoe. Alright, do you see it? It's a horseshoe. Aye. Another half a horseshoe. That's a big old flat one, isn't it? Alright. Gold horseshoe. That's what we're going to find next. A little earlier in the video, Rob showed you a bullet that he found, a car bullet. I said it was a Williams cleaner bullet that had the plunger or the zinc, plunger and zinc washer pulled out of the base and carved on. This is actually part of the washer that went into the bottom of one of those bullets. If it was broken off, there would have been a pin coming up right here, but it's kind of interesting because this could actually be the very same bullet that Rob found, the carved part, the top part of it. So we'll never know. It's pretty cool though. It's a nice little squeaker here up in the area where I just found the bottom of a bullet like Rob had found. And it should be right in here. I don't know what it is. It's in my hand. Let's see, put a little bit there. Oh, it's a bullet. Look at that. Another mini. There's a million nails right here where I'm going over. And I also found some melted lead, so they were definitely camped right where I'm standing. Nice. I like bullets. Most people do. That understand what that represents. This is a screaming target right here. I dug the plug out, but it's still in the hole. But listen to this bad boy. You ready? It's actually just to the side, right over in here, but it's just a really kind of a strong signal. It doesn't really sound like a bullet to me. Chunk out over here. There's a lot of it's a big piece of iron. Look, no, it's a giant chunk of iron. That's pretty sad. Probably a piece of a stove. Let's check the hole, make sure. That's probably what it was, though. Yeah, that's all it was. So you think you have some railroad track down there?
Yeah.
Wow, yeah. Well, it sure looks awful narrow.
The end of it's right here.
Where's the other part of it?
This is the end. It's on its side.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay. That's pretty cool. Dig it up, man.
So one end's right here, and the other end's over there somewhere.
Somewhere. It could be 20 feet. It could be 2 inches. I think you should dig it up. It's interesting how it's there right on the bottom of the plow line. That looks like an old one. You should dig it up. I'll watch. So we think that this piece of rail that Rob found is probably about 8 feet long or less, maybe 6. So we're going to dig it up together. Maybe salvage it. See, it'll give me a piece. Half?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. But anyway, what he found, he started digging here, and you can see it right in the hole, and it goes to, I think, about there. I used the detector, and I think it stopped. So if it's only that long, we can definitely get it out of here. Then we can date it, see if it is Civil War era, which I suspect it is. So that's pretty cool. Is that pretty cool? Yes, I think it's awesome, man. He says he's out of shape, and I'm old, so it might take us a while, but we'll get back to you. So we're huffing and a puffing, but we almost have it out. That's a piece of rail off the B&O Railroad. And the other end's right here, so we're going to dig it up. And we can carry that out of here. It's not too awful long, so. Oh, that's an awesome find, Rob. Awesome. I'm just glad it's small enough that we can actually get it out. Huh?
I got the
Yeah, he does. I've been gobbling those things as fast as he'll let me. Definitely gonna have to have rum and coke tonight, I can tell you that.
Oh, yeah.
Well, the baby has been birthed. Look at it. Oh, that is so awesome. That's definitely the old U-rail. So it was probably, the original rails from the 1830s. See how it's cracked right there. That's probably why they had to dig it up. And look right here. You can see how this piece is flaked off. And we dug a piece of that already. And that happened a lot with the old rails. It would wear right here. The wheels would wear it. These pieces would flake off like a sword. And this is what this is here. And I heard that, I've read that, these pieces would get so long, be like a big curly Q, and they get caught up in the wheels and go flying out. And they could actually kill the people who were nearby, because there were these things whipping through the air that made out of solid iron that were very sharp. If you ever hunt railroad camps from the Civil War, you'll find a lot of those, and they look almost like sword blades, and people think that they're sword blades, but they're not. They're just those spallings from the rails. You did good.
Awesome.
I'm glad you brought those M&Ms, otherwise we probably wouldn't have made it. Okay, we're going to get back at it. So you're not going to believe this. I was getting ready to backfill a little trench. And I just ran the machine down there real quick, and I got kind of a squeak in the end that Rob started. And I started backfilling my end, and I said, Rob, you better dig that target. And he dug the target. Yet. Oh, Nelly. You know what that is?
A plate?
That's an eagle breastplate from the Civil War. Well, I think it's an eagle. Most of them are. Could have something else on it if you need to clean it carefully. Some states had those plates that were around like that, but it's probably an eagle. Most of them are. Dude, your first plate?
Yes, it is.
Congratulations. Too bad I heard it first.
I don't want to take it from you.
I hope it's in Ohio. If it's an Ohio breastplate, we're going to have to arm wrestle. Or you have to give me the rest of your M&Ms. I think it's an eagle. All right. No, all this iron we're hearing in here is Civil War iron. So there's no telling what else could be down deep like this. I think there's going to be a trash pit or two in here just full of eagle breastplates and gold coins. We just have to find it.
Oh, beautiful.
It's an eagle. That's a nice shape. Yeah, it's an eagle
gorgeous.
breastplate. And that was a decorative, it was a decorative plate that had brass front, lead back in the war, right in the center of the chest. It served absolutely no purpose by the time of the Civil War. It's a bright, shiny, because of course it's brass, so it would have been bright and shiny, and made a perfect target for the opposing forces, the Confederates. So they could aim right at that bright, shiny breastplate. That's why you find so many of them, because the Yankees didn't want to wear them anymore, because it was like a bullseye on their heart. True story. Oh, beauty. That's going to be it was nice and deep, so that's just absolutely gorgeous. What you see here, there's like two little iron nubbin. There's two there and two here. This would have been brass iron things hooked up, like that, little hooks on each side, and that's how you attach it to the plate, to the belt. Those iron things would have gone through, and there's a leather strap that went across. Clean that carefully when you get home. It could be stamped. Some of the makers stamped them, like Smith and different things like that. Looks like there might be something there, and it does have a stamp right there, doesn't it? Does it? I don't know. I thought it did until I touched it. About a third of them might be stamped, maybe less. Sometimes soldiers would carve their names in them too, so be on the lookout for that. I wouldn't do much cleaning on it, especially the front. I would maybe just wipe that down a little bit more. I wouldn't necessarily put any more water on it. Once it dries, maybe just take your thumb and just kind of, go over it with your thumb oil. That's my recommendation, but you do what you want because it's yours. Congratulations, man.
Beautiful.
It's awesome.
It's nice and heavy.
It is. It's a beautiful find. All right, so Rob's going to check the hole one more time with a pinpointer where it came out. You can see where it's white down there. That's where it was laying. So, there's more there. There's something else there. So I guess we're going to have to dig that out too. We're just going to let that one go. We don't know what it is, but there's definitely something in the sidewall back about 5 or 6 inches. This is your first day with that AT Max. I bet you're liking that machine, aren't you?
I'm loving it.
That was awesome. So we're getting ready to leave, but we're still digging a lot of really deep iron. You can see this, I think this is probably a piece of a stove, although I don't know for sure. It's all railroad related though, or camp related. And you can see how deep it was. So some charcoal in this hole. That's some of the first I've seen. What we're going to do is maybe dig a couple more targets, and we're going to do a wrap up over there, head home, relax, and hit it again tomorrow. Yeah, man. Stay tuned for the wrap up. It's going to be a good one. I kept digging the hole down until I hit the natural dirt, and it's quite deep there. And here's something else in the hole. That's that piece of stove, but there's something good, I think, in this loose dirt. It's giving a pretty good squeak. There's a nail here. We see some charcoal right here. That black stuff's charcoal, so I think we might be getting close to a trash pit. I hope. I'm pretty sure there's a good squeak in here that wasn't a nail. Well, here's another nail. There's a lot of nails in this place. It's just carpeted with nails. Let's listen. Nails there. Yeah, it's carpeted with nails. I mean, they're all over the place in here, but there's something good, I think, in this clod, close by it. So, let's go ahead. Whoops. We'll go ahead and try these. Alright. No, it's underneath. I know that something good right here. Okay. I don't have my pinpointer. I borrowed Rob's earlier, but there's so many nails. Okay, I probably moved it up to here. I know it's here. I can hear it. Hopefully you can hear it too. Alright. Okay. Let's knock the dirt free there. We'll try again. Okay, let's try it again. Something there. I can see a bullet. Look! It's a bullet! I think it's the sharps. Is it? Is it? No, it's another 3-ring mini ball. That came out pretty deep in that hole. Look, it's got black on it. That might be the powder. The powder. The powder. Alright, we'll set it over there by that piece of iron. Hopefully we can find it again. I think there's another good signal here. Pretty sure right in here. We'll do the same thing. Yeah, it's in my hand. I got something in my hand that's not iron. It's another bullet! Look! There might be 1,000 of them in that hole. 100,000. It's got that black on it too, so it was probably lost, you know, with the powder attached, and that's 2 out of the same hole so far. Put that over there. Hopefully we can find it again. Let's listen to the dirt, see if there's any more. Here's some iron. Lots of nails in there. We're going to have to come back and dig this hole out again. There's a lot of pieces of brick too, so. Now, when I was listening in the side of the hole down here, I could hear some more stuff in here. I couldn't tell if it was non-ferrous though, not with this loop. I think it's very likely there's a couple more bullets right in there. I'm going to get the shovel. I'm going to dig that out. We'll look at it real quick, and then we'll have to cover this hole up because we have to go home so our wives don't get too mad at us, and we can come back again. So I dug the hole out a little bit more, and there's so much iron in there I cannot tell with this big loop. Next time I come, I'm going to bring a smaller loop. Listen, well, yeah, go ahead and listen to this. There's tons of iron in there. And in the hole too. I'm not hearing any high squeaks, but it doesn't mean they're not in there. So I'm going to cover this back up and we'll start again in this area next time we come. Yeah, you see, look, there's iron there here. Big old chunk of something. Wow, that's awesome. Heck of a day, man.
I know. Anybody want to bring us a beer, they're more than welcome.
I tell you, I could drink a dozen of them right now. I'm so thirsty and so tired.
Oh.
I mean, we had an awesome day.
Yeah, we did.
I mean, I wasn't really expecting a whole lot. In fact, in my last video I did here, I said I was never coming back. now we're going to live here pretty much.
Wow.
We did really good today. This was Rob's first day with the AT Max, right?
Yes, it was.
Yeah, just bought it. He made some really good finds.
Last night.
Yeah, and I did pretty good too. Want to see what we found? Hey, you got any last words? And I don't mean it to sound like I'm going to take you out for that plate or anything. You know, just you know, it's just tired. Bring us a beer, quick.
Yeah.
Stat.
Beautiful
All right.
day.
Hey, I did want to thank Kenny again for this digging bag. I'll show it to you real quick. That thing worked out absolutely perfect. It's exactly what I wanted, and I really appreciate you doing that for me.
Yes.
Want to look at the relics?
I do.
Okay. Hey, don't forget to check out his Facebook page.
Meredith Woodworking.
Meredith Woodworking. I'll put a link in either pinned comment or the video description. Let's go look at the relics. They're pretty awesome. Alright, this is some of the stuff we found. Now you can see we found a lot of junk. These are all, you know, railroad spikes that are probably from the Civil War era, and I think these are parts of stoves, and you got horseshoes. We're not sure about this. We think it's a valve of some sort. I've seen it before, but I'm pretty sure that's post-war. These little doodads, you will find these all over the place when you're metal detecting. These are links off of a chain, most likely from a manure spreader. You find these all over the place in the fields. A lot of junk. You can see we dug tons of cans, but we dug some good stuff too. This is a neat little Chevrolet badge. I don't think it's Civil War. Probably it isn't. Got some bullets, and this is Rob's plate. That thing is going to be absolutely gorgeous. I hope he does not over clean it, because you want to keep some of that dirt on there, the light dirt maybe, so you can really, the eagle will really stand out. And you can see some bullets that we found. This is the base, or a base to a bullet like Rob. This is a carved bullet. The soldier sat around camp and did that. I think that's a little eyeball in a mouth.
Pac-Man.
Be honest. Pac-Man, yeah.
Early day Pac-Man.
This is the coin. I think it's either 63 or an 83. You probably could tell in the video. I just can't tell by looking at it. So yeah, it was awesome. Oh, and the rail. That's a B&O railroad rail that was dug up around the time, well, during the Civil War, and buried in this field. And there's more out there we're going to get. So that's a Civil War rail, 100%. There's another chunk we're going to get out of there too. It's a little bit longer though. Not today. Maybe not this year, but we're going to get it eventually. All right, man.
Yeah.
Hey, thanks for joining us on this little video. It was an awesome hunt. And we're going to do another one out here, and we're going to find, well, maybe a big old giant pot of Union gold coins.
That would be great.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be a pot. It could be a tin can.
We're just one. We're going to be looking for it. We'll see you on the next video. Thanks for joining us.
Till I go to sleep. She'll shake the coins from your pocket, take your gold chain and your locket. Mother Earth has no sympathy. She'll take the ring from your hand and bury it in the sand and keep it for eternity. Mother Earth, she's got her secrets she's promised to